Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video, and today we are going to take a look at this, well, brand new farmable hits from the Universe 6 story event. Now, right away, I know there are definitely a lot of global players out there who are disappointed that the Universe 6 story event did not drop on global with Dokkan Fest hit. Yes, I agree. The story event absolutely 100% should have dropped on global at the same time as Dokkan Fest hit. There's no doubt about that. Same thing with the upcoming LR, Kale, and Caulifla card that is going to be dropping, we think, next week on JP. I think that also should have released back in December on global, but you know, for whatever reason, they decided to give global the Dokkan Fest hit early, but not a lot of the other extra stuff. I mean, I know a lot of people are upset about it. I do understand. I mean, I don't want to say, you know, oh well, but like, it's just what happens. Global gets treated like a second-class citizens by Dokkan. Like, it's what happens. Like, you know, so many times we've tried to change that, and it just kind of is what it is. So it's unfortunate. You know, hopefully global will have like super killer like deals for the 4-year anniversary and stuff to make up for it. Here's the thing. While I do think JP gets treated significantly better, global does oftentimes have a lot of advantages that JP does not get, right? So it's not just completely, oh, JP's king 100% of the time, global is horrible. That's not the case. It's just people, I would say, tend to forget about some of the awesome things global has done, like the insane step-up summons, right? The ticket summons have been just like I've seen Gresh tweet. You know, Gresh is kind of like one of the most notable global whales, right? And seeing him tweet, like he did a thread on, you know, how many cards he pulled last year, like his favorite units, how many stones, and like seeing, like, it's like, oh, you know, Gresh like rainbow, like LR Vegito and Gogeta's like 2,000 stones or something. Okay, wait, hit just dodged, and he's at a 700,000 attack stat. This free-to-play hit is really, really good. Let me finish my another dodge. Let me finish my tangent real quick, and we'll get to it. But, like, you know, those tickets, like, global having those, like, ticket summons, like summon, and then you get a random amount of tickets, those are really, really good. Really helpful to sort of maximize the amount of, like, you know, pulls you can do. Very, very free-to-play friendly. So that's one thing that global has had for years now. Because they started that... When did they start the ticket summons? Was it? Well, I remember the discounts, I believe, started with Vegito Blue and Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black. And then the tickets started, perhaps, was it like SCR Goku Black and Tech Vegito Blue? Where, like, you know, the tickets, you know, banners started to pop up alongside that are very good. So no matter what, global players, y'all always have that, you know, to kind of fall back on. Now, talking about this hit right here, right? This physical hit. I actually think this guy, you know, okay, you get ready for the meme, but I do kind of think this hit is probably one of the you know, one of the better, like, farmable units in the game, man. Like just maybe it's just for me. Like, this hit does kind of deal in a lot of the things that I personally love, right? So, number one, he has a medium chance to stun the enemy on a super attack. You know, that will be probably about a 25% chance. So, that's really, really solid right away. You know, chances to stun can be good in something like Super Battle Road, for example. Then his passive, I mean, for a free-to-play unit, he does an awful lot, man. He changes Int P-Spheres to Rainbow, number one. Two, he has a medium chance to avoid enemy attacks, including super attacks. Then he has a 66% attack buff when performing a super attack. So that's, like, if this hit was a summonable unit, the one big thing that would change would be, like, you know, right now he's at a 66% attack buff, but, like, you know, as a summonable unit, that would probably be more like, you know, 120% or something like that, right? And then finally, he also has a medium chance to stun the attacked enemy from his passive. Now, like, if there was not just a tech Dokkan Fest exclusive hit released, I probably would have rainbowed this physical hit. Like, I'm actually still debating rainbowing this guy. The reason I haven't is because, like, a free-to-play Universal Survival Arc team, that's not really, like, something that's in the cards right now, I guess. I mean, I suppose, you know, you could run... Actually, maybe I'm wrong, because you could run the physical UI Goku. He's at 2 key and 30% to HP attack and defense. And then there's also the Jiren, who is Universal Survival Saga, 60% the stats. So you could run a free-to-play Universal Survival Arc team. Like, I've talked about this recently, how I want to sort of do, maybe especially when they release Prime battles, right? Where I want to have maybe a couple different free-to-play teams ready to go to test out against some of these Prime battles. And, like, if you're going to run a free-to-play Universal Survival Arc team, this physical hit is going to be outstanding on there because, again, he's covering so many bases. He stuns, he's an orb changer, he dodges, and he gets an attack buff on super attack. Usually those work incredibly impressively good with support type units, right? Like, support type unit will drastically increase the amount of damage that, like, hit would be able to do. So that's really cool. Like, we're seeing he's at some good numbers. Like, here he is again, 750,000. Very respectable considering his crazy chances to stun, all of that stuff. So I'm definitely impressed with this hit. I think he's a very solid unit. I'm curious, like, the other thing too, like, here's the thing. It is disappointing that, like, they made, like, of all the free-to-play units, I mean, Vados is really good. The Universe 6 Namekians are solid, but this hit, like, is designed for my tastes. Like, I love dodging units so much, man. That's why I'm really hoping that LR, Kale, and Caulifla will probably have some sort of dodge mechanic. I gotta imagine they're probably going to be a pretty good unit, and I feel like that's a unit that will probably sell good as well. So, Dokkan, for free-to-play players on JP, and, for global players in the future, I imagine LR, Kale, and Caulifla will probably get, #1 in the App Store, so there probably will be some free stones and rewards handed out. Now, it would be cool also if Global would get LR, Kale, and Caulifla at the same time. I think that would be really hype, but unfortunately, Team Dokkaner did not, tweet about that. He did not say that in his, tweet about the LR, Kale, and Caulifla, so I don't really know that it's going to come to both versions at the same time. I can't imagine that the Universe 6 story event or the LR, Kale, and Caulifla are too far off for Global, though. To me, that seems like a perfect sort of 2-week filler that Global can toss out between now and the 4-year anniversary, right? Because Global has all of the summonable LRs up to the 4-year anniversary, and then, of course, LR, Kale, and Caulifla are about to come out on JP, so that's one reason I think they could show up. The other thing, too, maybe Global is just going to decide to permanently skip it, but there was a featured LR Mighty Mask banner that Global never got. I mean, it's not a big deal. LR Mighty Mask is a very solid unit, but they're not like a, drop everything and summon on kind of unit. They're very, very good. But, like, it is kind of weird that Global never got that specific banner, so I wouldn't be surprised to see that one eventually pop up on Global, with some time still to go as well. Now, okay, I guess we might as well just go ahead and take a look at the stats for this physical hit before we finish up for today. So, this right here, this is Quiet Bloodlust Hit. His leader skill is physical type P2, HP attack and defense 30%. Now, of course, the big thing with this hit is that he was actually sort of brought into the game, I feel like, as a way to farm up the super attack level of the Dokkan Fest exclusive hit, right? I feel like that's probably the main reason why he's in here, right, is to go ahead and do that. But they actually made him really good as well. Now, that's another thing, too. I know global players are definitely upset that, like, you guys had to use Elder Kai's on hit, whereas a lot of JP players were able to just farm them up. But, like, I do want to point out that has happened in reverse many, many times, where on JP, Dokkan Fest exclusive Ultimate Gohan came out. Then, after we used our Kais, a farmable one came out. Global players had that knowledge, so y'all did not have to use your Kais. Same thing happened with Jiren. It's happened with several characters, so, it's annoying that it happened, but, it has happened to both sides, so I would say that part of it is actually fair to both versions. Hit super attack is a time skip, which does supreme damage with a medium chance to stun the enemy. His passive skill, Assassin's Territory, changes int key spheres to rainbow key spheres. He has a medium chance to dodge enemy attacks, including supers. He gets a 66% attack buff when performing a super attack, and he has a medium chance to stun the attacked enemy. So really, like, he's kind of a similar card to the tech hit, except this guy is a dodger and an orb changer. Like, I think personally, Tech Hit would have been a lot better if they got rid of the extra 80% attack and, you know, effective against all types. Get rid of that and then give him either the orb changing or the dodging as well, and Hit would have been, like, if Hit had a medium chance to dodge instead of the extra 80% attack, in my opinion, he'd be way better. Now, Hit's links are Infighter, Experienced Fighters, Cold Judgment, Tournament of Power, Warriors of Universe 6, and Shocking Speed. So I believe he essentially just has the same links as, like, the Dokkan Fest hit, just except for minus the fact that he doesn't have, you know, Fierce Battle. His 12-key multiplier is 135%, which is not bad. The Dokkan Wiki has it listed that Hit has an average chance of 47% to stun the enemy with a super attack, combining his passive and his super attack ability, so that's not bad. And then, of course, he's on 2 category teams, the Universal Survival Arc as well as Universe 6. So this card is not bad. I think this Hit is definitely a very, very solid unit. I would not recommend sleeping on him. Again, I may consider rainbowing him down the line, but, you know, one thing is I want to be careful. I don't have many orbs right now, so I sort of want to be careful to see, you know, what, like, the Golden Week units are and stuff like that. I want to be able to rainbow them. So, thanks, guys, for watching, and I will catch you all next time.